Hi there, welcome to Dognormous. My name is Nicole, and today we're going to go over some brushing techniques for your dog. So let's get to it. Before we continue brushing, we have to talk about one other element, and it's a conditioning spray. I have a conditioning spray and an oil conditioning spray here. As a groomer, I'm loaded with a lot of conditioning spray depending on what my purposes are. But for you, you might not have a conditioning spray laying around. So I'm going to show you instead how to make a conditioning spray with the objects that you have at home. What you're going to need is a conditioner. If you're one of the households that uses a shampoo all-in-one conditioner, you're not going to want to use that. It's going to defeat the purpose. Instead, I would much rather you just use plain old water in a spray bottle. So we're going to need a spray bottle, one that's just around the house. Make sure that no cleaning chemicals have ever been inside of this. And then you're going to want warm water, not cool. Warm water helps the conditioner break up, where the cool water won't allow that. You're going to want to fill your bottle majority of the way up. Don't mind my mess here. And I usually like to leave a little bit of a gap so when I shake there's movement happening. And then we're going to add a dab of conditioner. If your dog's pretty matted, you might want to add a little bit more. If you're just using it to brush out and it's well maintained, you may want to add less. Replace your cap. And give it a good shake. What you're going for is most of the particles to be broken up and they're not just kind of floating around there. It may take a little bit of shaking. But there you have it. There's a brushing spray. When brushing my dogs, I usually like to find a spot on the couch or a dog bed and put on one of my favorite shows. That way I know they're comfortable too. This is the ideal brush to brush her out with, and this is called a slicker brush. However, you may not have one of those laying around the house, so instead you could use one of your own hair brushes. Maybe finding pins that are smaller than these ones will be more effective, like ones that are made out of metal. For the shorter coat, I'm going to use my slicker brush. First, I'm going to spray the area with my brushing spray, so the hair is slightly damp. Then I'm going to come in and start breaking up these curls. On a curly coated dog like this, you can typically brush in any direction, but you just want to make sure that you're brushing all the way down to the skin so you can see that part there. Also keep in mind that you should be holding onto the skin, otherwise it's going to flex like that, and that's what can cause pain. By me holding onto the skin, it allows for less movement and less pull on the tangle, and that's why she's so relaxed here. Once you think you're done brushing, I want you to take a comb, which you could use one of your plastic combs. A metal comb will work best, and I want you to go through and make sure that your comb can easily glide through. If it cannot, then you need to brush some more. Here her curls stop the comb from going through, so I need to take my brush and brush through there. The plastic comb works just as well to check. If my plastic comb cannot get through, then I need to brush that coat. I'll do that same check up here with my plastic comb. It cannot get through. I'm going to take my brushing spray, slightly damp the coat, and brush out those curls. Now I'm going to run my comb through it. This is going to help me find any curls I may have missed and any of the tiny little tangles that can be pulled out gently. You can see she's starting to become quite fluffy here. I'm going to show you some of the longer parts of her coat, which are on her legs. We're going to start with our brushing spray. Make sure the coat is slightly damp. And I like to start at the bottom where the foot is. It helps me kind of line brush easier. I can grab each layer and work my way up. I've been using my slicker here, but if you don't have a slicker, you can use your hairbrush. These pins don't grab the coat quite as well, so you're going to want to be very diligent on making sure you're getting through all of that coat and breaking up all of those curls. Going to do a comb check, and you can see I'm struggling to get my comb through, so we have to continue brushing. I've grabbed a pin brush with metal pins, and you can see that it's grabbing coat much better than those wooden pins. As I brush, I'm still parting so I can see all the way down to the skin. By making sure I can see skin, I know that there are no tangles or matting. We're going to do another comb check, and you can see that I'm able to get my comb through. She is getting a little bit staticky from all of our brushing and combing, so I'm going to spray a little bit of our brushing spray and continue brushing. I want you to see the nice part here, and you can see all of the curls on the bottom half are nice and brushed out, and all of the top half still has the curls. So we're going to brush through and slowly grab the hair from the upper layer up here. Don't forget to use your brushing spray if the hair feels dry or starts getting staticky. Here we have a drop coat, and I'm going to show you how to maintain all of this coat down here. Most of her maintenance is on the bottom half, so we've trained her to just lie on her back while she gets work done. I'm going to start with my brushing spray, and we're going to use a pin brush to work on her. She has a much longer coat, so we need the longer tines to make sure that we're getting all the way down to the skin. It's all the same basic techniques as the curly coats, just with a longer stroke for the longer hair. I'm still holding hair, making sure I have a part, and I'm still holding skin to make sure that there's no flex while I'm brushing. Her big problem areas are going to be her armpits. With all this extra moving hair and moving components, it can tangle really easily, so we want to make sure we're using our brushing spray and working the area really well. When working out a mat, you want to kind of pick at it before you do your nice big long strokes again. Breaking up that tangle with short strokes will be a lot less painful than trying to tug on them with longer strokes. Belly scratches are always a bonus. And we always finish with a comb check. With her shorter coat, we always want to brush in the direction that the coat grows. We want to also make sure we get the hair on the top of the head and the ears, as they're more likely to get into things. We're going to finish up by checking with our comb and handing out some scratches. Thanks for joining us today. If you found any of this helpful, please be sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave those in the comments.